Many customers who, let's say, would take 2 years to manually de-identify data are now moving their most sensitive data into the cloud. The whole concerns around zero-day threats and what that means to the policy, we've been working a lot with the broader ecosystem around defining how the good guys can essentially work against the bad guys, and that's not just a vendor-specific thing. There is no one single vendor who is essentially going to do this on their own, and we've invested a lot in sort of enabling that trusted ecosystem. So as they move into the enterprise and need to set the same security administrative policies, but not give up sort of the consumer experience around real-time sharing and web access. This has been something that has been automated into the platform itself. For many years now, we've made sure that encrypted data, both at rest and in motion, is always encrypted. That also means that essentially we can start to do more interesting things in terms of using the real-time data. We're now moving the level of abstraction up to the service layer. So once we know that essentially someone is allowed to access, let's say, the data or the service, we can also make sure that that data is not exfiltrated. So as they move into the enterprise and need to set the same security administrative policies, but not give up sort of the consumer experience around real-time sharing and web access. This has been something that has been automated into the platform itself. We've moved from HTTP to HTTPS many years ago, so every browser session has essentially TLS as the security layer for every session. You know, now as you use your Chrome browser, you don't even notice. But that's a default that we've had for quite some time within Google, and we're trying to share that sort of baseline with our cloud users. So once you've moved that data into the cloud and you've alleviated that data gravity problem, now you have to worry about, well, how are people accessing that data? If I'm doing a SQL query in the old days, I would get the same response as everybody else. Here, I can actually apply a much tighter security posture to the types of transactions and how I'm accessing that data. But the data itself is also much more secure. This is part of the urgency around why cloud makes a lot of sense now. For us, it's all about enabling innovation and agility for the developers as well as the consumers who don't have to worry about managing infrastructure or setting up VPN clients, et cetera.